Hi, welcome to my short tutorial on drawing Super Mario. Let's start by drawing Mario's nose. It's more an oval than a circle. Add the eyes, which look a little like rabbit ears on either side of the nose. Carefully add the eye shapes inside and then finally the pupils. Make sure that you add a smaller highlight circle at the top of each pupil and then add the black. Now add the top of the moustache, which follows the curve of the bottom of the eyes, and then add the base shape to the moustache. The mouth is next again, and it roughly follows the curve of the bottom of the nose. Starting from the right side of the face at around the top of the eye, bring it downwards and then curve it in and then out for his chin. We have now set the base for the rest of the drawing. Draw the front of his cap starting from the right side of his face. The top of the cap firstly curves outside from the side of his face and upwards quite high. It needs space to accommodate his badge and initial. The ears start at the cap and come down to about the same distance as the bottom of his nose. As you can see, I'm using a black marker and it doesn't allow you to make many mistakes, so it's important that you're relatively confident as you move through. It may be better to use a pencil as you follow along, and then you can erase any of the lines that you're not comfortable with and go over them with a marker before colouring in. The shoulders start at the midpoint between the chin and the ears. The straps on either side start at the outside corners of the shoulders and chin. His belly curves on each side starting at the bottom of the straps on either side. You will see that the leg on the left is more forward and therefore longer than the one on the right. You could draw them the same length if you wish, but this adds a little bit more to the perspective. The bottom of his shirt starts at the middle of his belly and both curve upwards. The hands are a little bit trickier. Start them both near the bottom of his belly, curving downwards into the shape of the thumb. Where the thumb meets the rest of the fingers, it looks a little bit like an inverted S on the left and a normal S shape on the right hand side. The final part before colouring is the M on the front of his cap and his eyebrows. Now colouring in. My markers have two sides, a larger flat end and a small pointy end. The most important thing with markers, if you're colouring in large areas, is that you need to make sure that the edge does not dry too quickly, and that is why I go over a recent edge as I fill the rest of the area to be coloured. Make it continue to flow so the line is always wet. Otherwise you could end up with a dry line or edge and it could look quite stained or watermarked. You can use colour pencils and you won't have the danger of any bleeding of the colours if you overlap too much. Well, I think we're nearly finished. I'm pretty happy with that and I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you.